Sales AJ here, and today we're going to talk about the iPhone 13. Yeah, so the iPhone 13 is a replacement to the 12. So the 12 is no longer going to be, you're not going to get an S model as far as we know, and it's getting more and more concrete that it's going to be called the 13. So the features that a 13 is going to have are things like a smaller notch, which everybody's wanted. Ever since we saw the first phone with the notch, we were like, hey, what's going on here? You know, this is shite. But we've learned to live with it. The other feature that's going to change is we're going to get bigger batteries back again. So when the iPhone 11 came out, Pro Max, that was bigger battery than what they've got in the 12. When the 12s came out, they seemed to shrink it for whatever reason. Okay, the chipset is good, but you're still getting the same sort of usage time. So now they're looking at making the batteries bigger again and getting more time. Another thing that's going to change is faster quick charging. So we are looking at possibly a 25 plus wattage to power the new iPhones in charging wise as well. So we're hoping that the Airpods will be that as well. Pros. And another thing that's going to change possibly is fingerprint reading underneath, the fingerprint scanner, similar to what Samsung have, but also keeping the facial recognition. If you had both of those that you could use as security, it'd certainly make it even harder to get into an Apple phone. As it is, it's virtually impossible to get into an Apple phone without the other person or the person's face. The fingerprint reader, the iPhone 4, 4S, 5, 5S, that was like the best, all the way up to, what was it, the 8, which was very good, and the SE. With that, obviously very hard to break because you had to have a live pulse going through that finger, so it's no good chopping that finger off. Then you'll have to wire it up to some 9-volt battery to send a pulse through. That would be the other way of getting around it, I suppose. Blah blah blah. But anyway, so forward on from that, also the camera is going to be improved. Now if we look back to the 11 Pro Max, the iPhone 12 Pro Max hasn't changed that much. It's still got XDR. There's not a lot there. When you do the Apple events, all they talk about is colors and frame rate, not much else, as in, you know, long distance things. So like the moon, for instance, I remember the first time I had a camera phone, a flip one that had a camera, and back in the days, many years ago, and that wasn't very good at looking at the moon. It couldn't even see the moon. And now we're back to the future with the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and to look at the moon on that, pants, absolute shit. Unless you have certain apps that maybe can help you, or you stick a camera piece on the back to help with the zoom, that's the only other way of doing it. So not very good at all. But now that apparently astrophotography is coming into play at last, all the other brands out there have something similar that can zoom right into the moon and you can see everything, you know, even whoever's still on there walking. I don't know if there is somebody walking on the moon. Is there somebody walking on the moon? I don't know. Did we land on the moon? I think we did, but there are people out there that don't believe that. Who cares? Not really give a shit. The other thing as well that, and then obviously zooming in close into things. Even the iPhone 12 Pro Max and my 11 Pro Max cannot zoom into something that's really close, you know, like a bug on a leaf perhaps, and get all that detail like an SLR camera can get. And you're thinking, you know, I'm paying, you know, over £1,000 for the phone, and it's nowhere near an SLR when it comes to zooming out and zooming in. But everything in between is pretty good, if not better than an SLR camera. So they really need those two things to happen, and then that would be it. I probably would never change. If I was to have an iPhone just because of the camera, I'd never change it. If it had just those two features that were improved. Also as well, another improvement or difference might be that there could be an orange or a copper colour iPhone, certainly for perhaps the Pro versions, with that aluminum, as you Americans say, or aluminium, as us English say, Brits say, would look very nice, I think. But we'll see on that, not too sure. Another thing is, as well, is a new thing which you can connect through a satellite. So if you lose your 4G, 5G network signal, so say for instance you're in a valley somewhere, or you're in the marsh here in the UK, or perhaps you're in a desert, just somehow woke up in a desert one day after a mad rave, and you ended up in a desert and you've got no signal. Well, apparently the iPhone 13 is going to be able to have connectivity to satellite system. I think it's called LOC, something. I'll put it up on the screen here. And basically with that you can communicate with anyone without a network of like in the company. Now, the thing is with this, are they going to charge you? Do you have to pay a separate subscription just in case you do lose signal somewhere? Maybe if you live in a shit area, who knows? I can't see it being free unless Apple are going to fund this. Now, if Apple were to fund this, that would be great. As it is, we do get some great things from Apple that are at a low price, on a yearly basis, which is quite good. They've not, where they've improved things, they've not increased the price, they've kept it where it is, and which is really, really good with Apple. Maybe that's why they are a $2 trillion company. But yeah, so the iPhone 13, and are they going to make it even bigger? 6.7 inch screen, which is going to be the same as the iPhone 12 Pro Max. We do need it bigger. We need that notch gone altogether. There is technology being shown around now that you can have a camera underneath the screen that then moves the pixels to then for selfies and things like that. So Apple needs to get into that side of things and invest in that. I think would be very important indeed. What else? I think that's it really. Apart from they're going to be slightly thicker because of the battery and slightly heavier, but do you really care? No, not really. And like I say, that new colour, camera change, satellite connectivity, LiDAR is supposed to be improving as well, where probably don't need to download a separate app for that. And what else? Who knows? We're only going to find out either next week or the week after. September the 7th or beyond will be the new Apple event, and that's where we'll find out a lot more stuff. That's when all the hardware comes out. So hopefully the Apple Watch will feature a new edges and slightly bigger screen, or edge to right to the edge of the screen, which will be quite exciting. I think maybe different colours, maybe colours similar to the ones that we saw on the new Max, with all the different colours there, which would be good. What else? I think that's it really. Obviously new AirPod Pros and AirPods Generation 3 might be coming out this year as well. iPad Pros, I don't think so. I think it's too soon to bring out a new one of those. Maybe a bigger one, maybe a 13 or 14 inch, I don't know. Who knows? That'd be massive. A bit crazy, I would say. MacBook Pros, I don't know. Maybe they make a really small one. I don't think you can buy 11 inch. Maybe they bring a 10 inch or 9 inch out. I don't know. Is there a market for that? iPad Mini. I don't know. Apparently it's not going to have a finger button. I think it will. I think it'll have a home button still, but it just be more edge to edge and same edging as the new iPhones. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'm sure I'll have some more crap to spill to you guys. You can watch my channel and enjoy. Anyway, thanks very much. Stay safe. Peace. See you all soon. Bye bye.